Sparkles! So we'll be making a Christmas star, lighted Christmas star for outside. And we have everything we need, I think, which is first 5 pieces of wood or tubes, if you like, of the same length to turn into the star. So I have a set of lights that we'll use to wrap around. So we have our nuts and bolts, a screw drill bit, a drilling drill bit, the wrench to hold on to the nuts, a pencil, obviously the drill. First thing I have to do is make a star. All right, so we went off camera for a minute to make the star, actually the star shape. And this is for a 2 foot, the pieces are 2 foot long. 2 foot long and 2 inches wide, which will give us a star slightly less than, about, well, it comes pretty close to 2 feet high. Plus the other thing we have to make sure is that we stack them properly, because otherwise we won't be able to drill them. At first I had them a little chaotic. Now, I'm just going to mark where I want to put them together. And that's kind of my best guess that it's lined up. Which is probably not very good because I'm geometrically challenged. My husband makes fun of me all the time for being geometrically challenged. A good suggestion is to just measure and put them in the same spot instead of guessing. And we're going to put them in about 1 inch from the end. And that will, now that we think about it, that will probably make it a better shape of the star anyway. All right, so now I'm going to drill my holes. And one thing I did want to mention, this is actually plastic wood that we're using for this because we happen to have some. And then I'm going to hang it over the edge so I don't drill the bar top here. And nice. So before I moved the pieces of wood, I did take a picture so I don't have to remember how I had them stacked. Not that I'm sure that will help, but all right. And that goes that way, and this one was underneath that, and that, and that. All right. Now I'm just going to screw them together. All right, so one thing we realize as I'm putting this together is that obviously it can still move. And probably once we screw it tight, it won't move that much, but we don't want it to not be a flat star. So we got a clamp, and we're going to drill one more hole screw in here and drill through and oops, after I make a better star. Oh, that's pretty good. Drill through and put another nut and bolt in it. All right, so I'm going to sort of string the lights along the star shapes, taping them with electrical tape at each corner until I run out of lights. So I cut the pieces of tape already, the big pieces to hold the main parts down ahead of time, so I wouldn't have to be trying to hold the string and taping at the same time. And then I'm just going to cut a smaller piece of tape and go around. Try to get good coverage on the lights. Oops, hold on. Oh, buddy, no, you can't come back here. Buddy, don't step on the lights, baby. Plus, I got a cramp in my back anyway. Bonus dogs. Oh. All right. And they are not super tight at the moment. I think once I get all the strings out, I will maybe move them into the middle and hold them with a piece of tape on each row. But I want to do all the stringing first, because I don't mind if they're a little... I mean, once they're out there at night, it's not going to matter if they're a little, as long as they're still star-shaped. So these were micro lights that I think were 33 feet long. So they should have a pretty good coverage on the star. So these lights were also nice that they have a little string. They have a good sized tail at the end so that we could plug them in together with themselves. So these lights come with I don't know what kind of adapter this is, but they plug into a regular power plug. And then when we turn it on, and that looks pretty nice. Let's see if squashing them together a little bit on each row would be better. Yeah, I think I'll do that a little bit. So here's what it looks like without trying to straighten out the lines at all. I think I will line them up a little. There's a few that are kind of loose, so. All right, so I'm going to stretch them out across the board a little bit and then tape them in the middle, just so that they're a little more attached to the star shape and we don't have anything extra hanging around, not looking star shaped. So I'll just do one on each of these boards. Oh, and trying not to tape over any of the little lights. All right, so I just taped in the 3 of the pieces. I'm still going to leave the rest of it a little loose. I think it looks pretty good, pretty star-shaped. So I hope you enjoyed this and that it was informative, and thanks for watching.